So, guys, hi to everybody. I hope you can hear me and see me well as well. So, how are you guys? First of all, I'm gonna check it out if you see me, if everything is working just on my phone. How it is all okay. Telegram is more sensible than here 100%. Yes, I know about that. But today, guys, it's not the trading session or something. It's just the live stream. We're not trading here in live real time just because of the YouTube. It's pretty big delay. So that's why. We trade always only in Telegram. Here on the YouTube today, we just talk. I'm answering to your questions. We talk about the topic, about the secrets of safe trading. It's going to be top 3 strategies for beginners with 99% accuracy. So I hope you're ready for that today. First of all, I'm going to find the currency pair for opening a trade. As you can see, here's pretty good upward trend, but at the same time, it can reverse at any second. So it's better to find something else. So I'm checking a lot of the currency pairs just like this. If we will find something on the real market, it would be great. Here is not that bad, as you can see, but we're just gonna save this currency pair for later. We can see that before it was a pretty strong downward trend. It achieved this support level, created actually a new support level and started reversing in an upward direction. But now we can see here some reversal candles in downward direction. That's why I decided not to open a trade here too quickly, because now, as you can see here, it could be the risk of the sideways movement of the flat. So it's better just to miss this kind of the situation. We're gonna delete it here. Here is also not that consistent trend. That's how I'm looking for the currency pair. Here is also, we already achieved the previous resistance level and it's moving in this zone, as you can see here. So there's not that much trend or something. Let's check it out, some other currency pairs. Here could be a good downward trend for now, but we need to have more confirmation. We're just gonna save this currency pair for later. Here could be pretty good actually downward trend, so let's do it here. Okay, I changed the amount because we have just one gain 163. So I open a trade for just 3 minutes for $10, especially that, yeah, here still could be some kind of the corrections. We can see that before it was the upward trend, we achieved the resistance level, started reversing in the downward direction. As you can see, I didn't even use any indicators here because this is obvious actually. And for analyzing the chart, sometimes we don't even need the indicators, especially when we can see a trend and the candlestick patterns as well. What are the candlestick patterns that we can see here? So first of all, it was the upward trend. As we can see here is already some kind of the red candles start appearing on the chart and the green candles with a small body, showing that the buyers is already losing their power as it was before. But after, we can still see that the buyers is wasting their last energy in the power, creating this kind of the big green candles with a big body and almost no shadows. But after, we see that the last green candle with a small body and with the upper and lower shadows on the candle, so it's showing us that the buyers already losing their power. After, we can see that there's next already red candle appeared in the chart with the upper wick on the candle, that's showing us that the buyers cannot break this level and go higher, so that's why it's reversing. And as you can see, it couldn't go higher than this level. As you can see, it's here it closed, and here it also opened at the same exact almost level. And after, start going in a downward direction, and we can see also one of the good candlestick pattern that the next red candle here is covering fully the, let's open here another trade because we got here a corrective candle. So we can see that the red candle here is fully covering the green candle, the last one that was in the upward trend. So this is one of the good also candlestick patterns. If you see that it's the end of the upward trend, you see the first, for example, red candle of the downward trend, and it's fully covering the previous green candle. It's a pretty good sign that it's definitely going to be a reversal here, and you don't even need for the 3 candles in a row to confirm that this is actually going to be a reversal here in the downward trend. Here, as you can see, it just fluctuates a lot, but it's normal for this kind of the chart. As you can see, it was something like this before as well, but maybe we're even going to close this one, but it's fine. Hi Lisa, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yes, I remember you. Hi Lisa, how are you? I'm doing fine, thank you. I just actually got a little bit sick, as you can hear, but actually I'm just really sensitive to the cold, and even if I get a little bit cold at home, finally, like immediately I start feeling like some kind of the sore throat, you know, and everything. Oh, we're probably gonna close this trade. Wait a second. Yes, we closed that. We didn't even need to open the catch up, but it's fine. We got a pretty good entry point here. So yeah, so every time I got cold, boom, my immune system says bye-bye. Now, actually, I'm pretty strong by the health, definitely. And I think for the 6 months or something, I didn't have anything, any sore throat, anything else, anything. But now, because it started getting a little bit cold, even though it's like plus 15 degrees, plus 13, but for me it's cold because there's no sun and it's a lot of the wind. Because I live close to the ocean now, and oh my god, you cannot imagine how much I got cold in a day. And I have, you know, this kind of the pillow. I don't even call it a pillow. I don't know from what material it's made, but you know, it's this kind of the thing, and you put the water there inside, the hot water, and you just hug it. So you can understand I'm doing this every night because I cannot just get warm by the clothes or by something else. Even though the batteries is working, you know, everything is working, I still get cold. So I take this hot thing, like hot toy, maybe I can say that, and I just hug and I sleep with that. This is the only thing that helping me not to get sick again. In silent style, Lisa. Hi Lisa. Hi Lisa. Take C vitamin. I'm taking it. I'm taking C vitamin, D vitamin. I also do because it's not that much sun. Omega, zinc. I forgot something else. Something else was on the list. Okay, we close the trade in the plus here. We're gonna open another one for 3 minutes. I also take, oh my god, I forgot the name. Like the vitamins B or something. I think it's mostly for the stress and everything, so it just makes me really cold. And something else before the sleep. I forgot how it's called, like. So I sleep better and everything, and I don't have any like problems to fall asleep. Oh my god, good to see you smiling. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes I'm being a bit serious on the live streams, but I hope it's normal. But of course, I love to talk to you guys, so please tell me where you're from. But actually, I know a lot of you here already. I remember you were in my live streams before, so it's really nice to see you. So yeah. As you can see here, now we got some reversal. It's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna show you some of one of my favorite strategy, of course. It's RSI, MACD, and zigzag. We just add for understanding support and resistance levels. Let's open here, catch up, upward. As you can see, it's gonna be here like this. It's gonna be some kind of the corrective level, corrective candles. After it's gonna reverse in the upward direction. That's what's happening here. Or maybe it's gonna be here the new support level and the new resistance level. So that's why I open here trade in the upward direction. We're gonna see how it's gonna go. But in case we still have this trade, actually, we needed to open for a longer time of the expiration. I was just too quick. Now it's in the middle of the trades. What is the best chart to monitor for 5-minute trades? You mean now? I mean, it's always changing what is the best chart. But you always need to check it out, all of the charts by yourself to find that out. Like every 10 minutes, the situation could change absolutely. Ooh, it's pretty nice here. Oh my god. I love it. Okay, here open to trades. It's better with the real market. Not that often actually we can see that. It's Australian dollar and Swiss franc. Pretty good actually. We can see that before it was some downward trend. 2, 4, 6 for 7 candles. It creates a new support level because before the support level was a bit lower. After it started reversing in an upward direction, we got some corrective candle, and after it continued reversing in a upward direction. So let's see. Even though actually here we can see the previous resistance level, now it's reversing a little bit in the lower than our entry point. So it could be that it's gonna be a new resistance level here created, and now it will reverse. But why I opened here buy trade still? Because we follow the trend. Here we can see by the MACD that the last pin bars is green color. They're crossing the zero level. 2 lines of MACD also crossing the histogram and crossing also each other and going up in the same direction. Also by the RSI, it's moving upward straight to the overbought zone, but hasn't no. Oh my god, we got a reversal here. Super. No way. Okay, I'm gonna open here trade. Oh my god, it's going so much fast. It's going too fast. This is the situation in the market that could happen to you, and nobody ready for that, even me still. That's why I hate trade on the reversals, or I hate trade on the situations where the trend is going for too long time. For example, for like, well, almost here as you can see, but here I still gave it a chance because we still had some distance till the previous resistance level. But again, support resistance levels is always changing, and as you can see before, the support level was here. But after it changed to absolutely here, we can't even see the previous, here, as you can see, how much it different. For example, the previous resistance level was here, and after, for example, a lot of the people would think that, ooh, it's a new resistance level here achieved, right? But actually it's made it, but it was just really, really small. After it started reversing in a downward direction, so they were sure that the price will go more in the downward direction to this level, for example. But what happened, it just continued reversing in the upward direction here and creates a new resistance level. As you can see, by the way, now it started reversing in an upward direction. Oh my god, what's going on? What's going on here? Okay, we're gonna check it out this later. It's really, really tricky one, but it's fine. We're just gonna find something more stable here, because there it was fluctuating a lot, huh? Okay, here's pretty good. We can open for 4 minutes in the case of all of the fluctuations and everything, because here, for example, we could close a trade if we would open for a longer time of the expiration, but we didn't, and we thought that it's gonna reverse pretty quickly in the downward, but after it started reversing in an upward direction. In this case, you should know where am I from. Wait, Hungary. Am I right? Yeah, I think Hungary. I guess I remember your name. And I remember that Norbert is the Hungarian name. Yeah, I'm sure. I am sure. So, okay, here is going pretty well. It's fluctuating sometimes. The payout is 87%, but it's still pretty good. Here we can see the RSI before it was in the oversold zone. It started reversing in an upward direction. What we see? Yeah, we see that it's definitely a buy signal. By the MACD, we can see the last pin bars is green color. Oh, they start crossing the zero level, and also 2 lines of MACD crossing each other, going up in the same direction. This is pretty good. Hi, Lisa. Hi. Okay, I'm just gonna save this currency pair, and we're gonna go check it out, something else, some other interesting situations. So that's how I can show you a lot of the examples. Okay, let's see. Here it could be, as you can see, I was drawing for you here that it would be some kind of the sideways movement, and that's what it was here. But after, as you can see, it started reversing more in the upward direction, looks like creates a new resistance level, and now started reversing in a downward direction here. So we can just wait a little bit. Here we're gonna save this actually currency pair, it's a pretty good one. And come back to this later when the downward trend is gonna be more confirmed. Here is also pretty good, could be pretty good downward trend as well. For example, for 3 minutes we're gonna open. Exactly. I'm really glad you remember me. Of course, of course. I remember you by your photo and by your name as well. So I have a pretty good memory actually on the names. Even though I talk to a lot of people every day, I still have a good memory. I know that some of the people doesn't have this kind of the good memory. For me, it was always the, the surprise. How, for example, like you met the person before, you remember the face, right? And some of the people is just acting like they don't remember. But I realized that some of the people just actually don't remember the people. They just don't remember the names or something. Me, even if I saw some kind of the person in real, like 3 years ago, and I met her or him again, I'm gonna remember this definitely. Or for example, it happens to me when I'm watching the movies and it was some kind of the actor that was not the main one. It was like the the actor that actually not the really acting too much in the movie, like it's just on the background somewhere, but still somehow he has some kind of the conversations in a movie. And after I see this actor in the other movie, and I'm like, oh look, this is the the actor from there, and everybody is asking me like, what? He was never even been there. I was like, no, I remember. And then we check in the Google and actually find out that yes, I was right. So that was recently with me, but it was not with the main, not with the background character, but with the main one. The Hachi, the movie. So I was watching the Hachi again, already in the English version. I was crying so much. It's such a good movie. Oh my god. I love the dogs, I love all of the animals, and this movie is always just beating me, to the cries. So it was like the wife of this guy there in the movie, if you watch that. And after yesterday, I'm watching another movie about CIA agent, and I can see her there. And I'm telling to my friend, like, oh, do you see that? It's like, we just watched the Hachi note 2 days ago. It's like the wife from the movie. And the friend's like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, I'm sure about that. So yeah. So it's pretty good because I think it's also like when you learn a lot of the things in a day, you analyze and everything, your brain is always working. So that's how you remember everything better. That's why also I think for me it's easier to learn the languages and everything because not easier, but it comes with the experience, It's never like too easy to learn the language or to read a really difficult book or something, or to learn something just in general, it always comes with experience and only with your we're so close here. Wait a second. One, we're not briefing. We close the trade here. Perfect. We close the trade here. Okay, here we open a trade again, and here let's open a trade. Also pretty good downward trend. Here I would not do that actually. But here, as we can see, it was the upward trend before. It creates a new support level and start going in the downward direction. As you can see here, we waited when it will break the support level and start reversing more stronger. And here is the same, but here the downward trend is not that strong. It's always fluctuating, and as we can see, the candles is not that big. So yeah, what I wanted to say that everything comes with experience. You're never gonna be the really smart person if you will not start with something simple. Everybody just started with was just checking out something by themselves in the internet or somewhere else, just learning it, like really how do I say that, without trying and forcing yourself to do this. If you feel like you're forcing yourself to do something, to learn something that will help you in work or in studies or something, and if you feel like you're forcing yourself to do that, it's probably not your thing. For example, this is the same in trading. If you are forcing yourself to practice today or to watch some new video and you feel really lazy, you feel not that interested, it's not your thing, definitely. Because when it's your thing, it's your passion, you watch the videos just like this, like one over, one more video again and again and again, and you don't see the stop, So only if you will have the passion, you will be able to achieve some kind of the results. Because if you don't have, it's impossible to do something and achieve something if you are just not ordinary, but if you want ordinary things, and if you are also not interested in this that much as the other people, for example. Because only the one that's really passionate about what they're doing can do something in sport, in business, or something else, that actually believe in their idea, in their projects, in their also power, they feel like, yeah, I can do this. Because if I wouldn't do this, I would always be sad that I didn't do this, and so I will always think about that till the end of my life. So this is the thing. What are we trading on, please? Oh, I'm lost here. Any response, please? I need help. You can see the currency pairs here, but I don't recommend to trade on the live stream. So yeah, I don't recommend to trade on the live stream. I will text it now. Oh, we're closing a trade here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. We didn't have enough. Here we close the trade. I open another one immediately. Here I think we just need to change to 4 minutes. So that's how we have more time. We don't trade on live stream together because it's a big delay. I like to also see video. Now I have buy a book of trading. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. I love the books. I love the books because actually all of the videos that you see on the YouTube, even my videos, all of the other people, all of this knowledges. Sorry. All of this knowledges came firstly from the books, and after a lot of the people start saying this kind of the things in the internet. For example, one trader heard it from another one, and he's making the video also about this with these ideas. Then, and it's like this. It's like from one to another, one to another, one to another. But actually, all of the fundamental knowledges, fundamental technical analysis, all of the things that we know right now of trading, it's all from the books. It's all from the people that just created this, that made all of the strategy, all of the basics and everything. The guy from the Wall Street, definitely. So we aren't trading with you, we just watch, right? Yes. You can ask questions. You can ask questions, guys, here. But don't be sad because after the live stream in like one and a half hours something, we're gonna trade. We're gonna trade on the in the Telegram, in the premium, in the VIP Club channel. Sorry, in the premium we don't have a live stream today. The trading session. I mixed up everything. Okay, here's fluctuating a little bit. As you can see, it's pretty good downward trend. So just all, do you trade in 5 minutes? Really not that oftenly, actually. Not that oftenly, but yeah, sometimes. Why not? If the situation is actually needed that. How are you able to concentrate while talking? You're a genius. Oh no, I'm not a genius. Definitely. I'm always doing this when I'm talking and trading at the same time. That's how I do all of my voice trading sessions already. It's just been a long time, so I think I get used to it. All of this kind of the multitasking, Here, unfortunately, we got some reversal, so we're gonna open a trade up here. Here we're not gonna open the trade because, as we can see, it's really, really small bodied candles. Here we can see probably, it's the new support level here created, because we can see the lower wick on the last red candle, and we also can see that the next green candle is covering the previous red candle. So it's showing that the buyers is stronger right now. Okay, but here we're gonna check it out also how it's gonna be. It's actually two different currency pairs, absolutely. It's British pound and US dollar. It's Saudi Riyal and Chinese yen. So yeah, so here is fluctuating a little bit. Sometimes we're in the plus, sometimes not. So we're just gonna wait. How long time do you use to analyze the market before trade? Depends on the situation. If the situation is really easy, why to analyze it for? I don't understand the people that shows and say that they analyze the market. I mean, so one currency pair for like 10 minutes. Of course, like you can check it out the news before, and I'm not calculating this time as the analyzing of the market. I mean, just because I mostly analyze the market graphically by the technical analysis, not fundamental. So that's why I'm not counting it. I know that the people that trade by fundamental analysis and trading for the longer time of the expiration, of course, they spend more time for analyzing. Because, for example, they can just open one trade for like 30 minutes for 1 hour, and the amount of their money per trade is going to be bigger, of course, than 1%. So that's why they live long time and spend long time to analyze. Because we, for example, we trade with 3-4 minutes per trade, and we can change a lot of the currency pairs because the situation can change pretty quickly on one of them. Or for example, every time we need to analyze it from the scratch, so that's why we don't spend like 10 minutes on one currency pair, because actually everything is pretty obvious. Like here, for example, why I open here trade up, because we can see that it was the downward trend before for like 5 candles. After it started becoming smaller and smaller, here the green candle covered the previous red candle, showing that the buy. Why I cannot zoom it? Oh, super. Wait a second, guys. I'm gonna open it again, just because it starts zooming. So, and after we can see here that, okay, again. So the green candle, and I see it in a second, like the green candle is covering the red one, showing that the buyers is stronger. Also, we can see how the RSI line started reversing in the upward direction. Also, we can see the second green candle appearing here in the chart. Pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious that it's going to be a corrective reversal here. We still don't have the guarantees for 100% that it's going to be definitely a reversal here in the upper direction. For example, it could just finish here. It could actually, we have this kind of the risk. We always have it. But at the same time, that's why we have the catch-up systems, and that's why we use just $10 per trade. Even though I have 1.1k on the balance, I use $10 per trade, so that's how I minimize my risk, and in case of something I can use a catch-up. Now, for example, again, when the plus, you can see also the time of the expiration makes a lot of the difference, because if we would close the trade now, boom, we don't close it in a plus. 10 seconds later, it go higher and we close the trade in a plus, for example, as here. But we hope that it's not gonna go lower. Would you suggest that we stick with one strategy instead of changing all the time? Depends what strategy, depends what style of your trading. Wait, we're gonna finish this trade and I'm gonna explain it more. Yeah, okay, we close this trade. We're gonna open another trade here. So, for example, if you trade the same as me with a short time of the expiration, with a scalping 3, 4, 5 minutes per trade, right? Mostly of the time. For you need the oscillators. You need for example, awesome oscillator, stochastic oscillator, and everything. But you can also use RSI, MACD instead, because they give you a pretty fast signals. They're really sensitive on the situation in the market. As you can see, it's just the second green candle here, and we already can see how 2 lines of stochastic is crossing each other and start going out of the oversold zone. Here on the MACD, sometimes it's really slow. We can see already also the green pin bar that's showing us the probable start of the upward trend. And also you can turn on the 3 moving average, one of my strategy. But sometimes they're really late. So that's why I recommend to use MACD and stochastic, because they're giving the signal too late. I mean, not too late, but when it's already really strong trend. And it's also pretty good because sometimes it's better not to enter the market when the trend is not that obvious yet. And here's the moving average 50. Sometimes when our price is touching this level, this pink line, it started reversing from that level, so it became some kind of the support or resistance level. So we just also need it for the for also checking the trend in general. And this two moving averages, 8 and 14, as you can see, 8 EMA and 14 EMA. It's mostly for the crossing, like for example, when we can see two lines crossing each other and going down in the same direction. Also, we can see that our price, our candles, is below these two moving averages. It's definitely a sell signal. But as we can see, it's still giving us this kind of the signal because it was the downward trend before, pretty fast and strong one, and now it's only started to reverse, so it's not giving us a signal yet. When it's, for example, going to be 3-4 green candles already in a row, it's going to get us a crossing of these two lines and going in the upward direction. So you don't wait for the second candle. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Depends on the situation. You mean for the second candle on where? On the market, or I don't know, on the Maxi, for example, or something? I explained to you that for example, when we see that it could be probably the start of the reversal. For example, let me find some kind of a situation like this. Here is the perfect situation. We can see it was the upper trend before for normal time, amount of time, 3, 6, 7 candles. And by the way, time frame we have M3, so it's kind of enough, like 20 minutes or something. And here it could look like it achieved the resistance level, because the previous resistance level, as you can see, it was here. No, it was here. It was here, and our price almost perfectly achieved this level. And here we can see the first red candle appearing on the chart. What is the beginner do? He thinks that, oh, it's definitely reversal because first of all, it achieved here the resistance level. We can see the red candle appearing on the chart. It was an upward trend for a pretty long time. It's definitely going to be a reversal. But what he doesn't see any upper wicks on the candles, showing that the buyers already don't have any power to go. It's the first minus. It's the first, mistake. Second of all, in this kind of the situation, you need to wait for 3 candles at least to appear in the chart and open only on the 4th one. Why? Because here, as you can see, it was the 3 candles. Here the person already can think, that, oh, it's definitely going to be reversed on the downward direction. And what happened after? Really, really strong upward trend. By the way, we close the trade in plus. Perfect. And after it's a really, really strong upward trend started. Why it happened like this? Because first of all, why I opened, for example, a reversal there and the trade in the different direction. Wait a second, I'm going to open a trade here again. Because here we can see, first of all, the lower wicks in the candles. Second of all, one of the candlestick patterns that the first green candle of the upward trend is covering the red candles. You can see this candle is bigger than this one, so it's showing that the buyers are stronger and now they're gonna take a place. In that situation, we didn't have it. We can see in that situation the next red candle was smaller than the previous green one, so it's definitely gonna mean that it's going to be a continuation of the upward trend after some time. Of course, at some points, sometimes it's working like this, that actually, for example, you will see this kind of the situation and it will start going in downward direction till this level, for example. But you need to wait for the 4th red candle at least, for the 4th. If you don't see it, you don't open a trade here. If you're not sure for 100%, you don't go in there. That's here I open a trade at the first almost candle, if I'm right, at the first or second candle, because I just saw that. The candlestick patterns, also the indicators was giving the signal. Sometimes indicators is giving a false signal. It's also really, really important to remember that. So you need to check it out, the candlestick patterns. This is the main thing. Confirmation. Yeah, you mean for that, yeah. So yeah. So it's going pretty well for now. It's 2 minutes 30 seconds, and we are gonna close this trade definitely in a good profit. So yeah, that's a pretty good one. Here, let's check it out. As we can see here, yeah, it's the previous situation that we were trading on, and it's fluctuating here a lot. It's like 3 red candles, 3 green candles, or 4 after. It's reversing again in the downward direction, after in the upward direction again. But it's fine, and we're gonna check it out something else more interesting. Here, as we can see, It's achieved the previous support level that actually was pretty strong one because the price was testing it a lot of time. Like the price couldn't break this level a lot of time, so that's why probably now it will always reverse from this level. As you can see, it's also creates here some shadows, and it will just reverse in the upward direction again. If we check it out, something else. Let's see. Maybe so. Oh, pretty good situation. Let's try. Why not? We're gonna open here trade for 3 minutes up. The previous resistance level was here. It was pretty strong level because the price was testing 2 times here, as you can see, and it was the level almost the level 12.000. You can see it here. And when it's like the big number like this, that could mean that it's actually a strong level that our price can test after for a long time. Here is also one of the strong level, 12.4. Also was testing it a few times. So probably our next resistance level either would be here or it would be here. As you can see, it's already started reversing a little bit. But I still decided to open a trade here because I saw here the level, the strong one of 12.4, and usually the price trying to achieve this level first and only after reversing. But for now we got some corrective candle here, but we're gonna check it out. Okay, a bit later, maybe we needed just more time to get here. Okay, here's going pretty well. Ooh. No way. Also could be some reversal here, but we have a time. Okay, let's wait. Ooh. Oh my god. No way. Is it made to close the trade? So we open here, catch up. Okay, that's fine. We got on the reversals maybe here, or the correct here. I think it's just a corrective candle. We still have a time, and I think it will reversal in the upward direction. But here could be pretty interesting actually. So we're just gonna wait and see what's gonna happen here. Here could be pretty good downward trend as well. Let's open here a trade also for $10. Down for 4 minutes, I think I opened, just to see mini situation and how they're gonna finish. Okay. Here could be a pretty good upward trend. I think we were trading on this currency pair before. Let's check it out. Here we're also gonna open a trade. So yeah, and it's still going in an upward direction. As we can see, 2 lines of MACD here is crossing each other, going up in the same direction. All of the last pin bars is green color. They are above the 0 level, so it's pretty good sign. Also 2 lines of stochastic, even here, they cross each other, start going in an upward direction, so it's pretty good as well. And yeah, we're just gonna wait. It's a bit fluctuating everywhere, but we're just gonna see how it's gonna go, and after we're gonna fix it up. How do you know the time frame 1 to 4 minutes in the chart? What do you mean 1 to 4? If you mean about the time frame of my candles, it's in 3. Or you mean the time of the expiration, the time of the trade? We just was in the plus here almost. Okay. So we're gonna add to the favorites so we can see it. Perfect. This one is going pretty well. We're gonna open here another trade. Yes, of what? Time frame of the candles or time of the expiration? How do I know what kind of the time of the expiration to do? Depends on the situation. If I see that, for example, it's a lot of the fluctuations and volatility on the market, it's better to take more time. So in case of some kind of the fluctuations when the price is, jumping and everything, it's better sometimes to get more time to close the trade in the plus, so even if it fluctuates, it still goes in the direction that you need. Ooh, now the market is playing too much. It's playing too much, definitely. Only in this trade we're in the plus after it started reversing. So yeah, and for example, if we see that the situation in the market is pretty confident and fast, like for example, we can see that every time there's a new maximums appears, like for example, it's always on like the green candles in a row, it's pretty strong upward trend. We can open a trade even for 1 minute because we see that there's no that much of the fluctuation. Still need to be really careful here, but still. It's not that many fluctuations, so you can allow yourself to trade with just 1 minute per trade if the situation is giving you this opportunity. But if not, it's better to take more time. So yeah, here we got some of the reversal. So we're gonna open here a trade and gonna check something else. Here's also started to reverse. 81% here, not that great. Here it could be just aggressive candles. Hi Lisa, hi. You can see now it's started to reverse. More confident. Here we can open a trade down for 2 minutes. Okay, we're gonna wait here. Here I also open a trade down because we still have a time till the support level. And it's moving pretty confidently in the downward direction. The last pin bars is red color. 2 lines of MACD crossing each other, almost crossing each other, start going down. 2 lines of stochastic cross each other here, start moving downward. Here's a new candle appeared on the chart. Again, it's reversed. It's so many fluctuations actually. Here we actually have more time. It's only this trade is not closing. But this one I think is gonna be fine. So we're just gonna wait here. Okay. But it's also like fluctuating every time around our entry point. As you can see, it's plus 2 points, plus 6. It was like this. Here's also fluctuating a little bit. But we're just gonna wait here. Okay. 1 minute and 10 seconds here. In case we're just gonna trade in the VIP Club channel after, definitely, because now the market really tried so many currency pairs. It's going great, and after sometimes it just started reversing in the last seconds of our trade. Oh, now we're here in the plus. Let's check it out. Yeah. And here as well. Almost at the same time, we touching here the profit, but actually we have a different time of the expiration. Okay. As you can see how much has changed, in the short period of time. Boom, it's reversing. It's already the green candle, absolutely opposite. Okay, let's wait. Okay, this one we don't close. Here it's so much close to our entry point, and it's always just going like this. It cannot go lower somehow. Okay, let's wait. Okay, now it's 11 seconds. Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we close finally this trade in the plus. Okay, so I think guys that was it. That was pretty productive trading. So good to see your trade. So yeah, we're gonna continue really soon in 1 hour in my VIP Club channel. I'm waiting for all of you there. If you have any questions, you're always welcome in the private messages. You can find all of the link in the description of this video. And I love you all. Guys, thank you so much for your activity, for your comments today. I really appreciate that. And we're gonna see each other on the trading sessions.